Today we're gonna begin the platinum for every Wolfenstein game, starting with Wolfenstein New Order. I love that shit. First few minutes of this game, and we're already seeing action. Okay, I got a trophy, but I gotta stay locked in, cause this shit is not easy. Unfortunately, our plane gets shot down, so we jump on the plane next to us and meet this paratrooper. His name is Wyatt, keep him in mind, he's important. Eventually, Wyatt's plane also goes down, and we have to get to the fort on foot. While fighting on the ground, I unlocked my first set of perks.
Perk 30.
Now, perks are kinda like side quests that give you things upon completion like faster reload or bigger magazines, super useful if you play on Uber, which we are. And most of them are pretty easy to get, but a few of them are more challenging than others. This game also has letters and gold items as collectibles that we'll need to find for the platinum. Eventually, Blasco's team gets captured by Death's Head, who makes Blasco choose which of the guys to save. Bro, Fergus is funny, plus he's a war vet, I can't sacrifice him. I have to go with Wyatt, bro. Fergus is gonna be mad at me, but he's just the better option. Oh my god, bro. New timeline Fergus, alright. Fergus and Blasco escape, but Blasco takes a hit to the head on the way out. Evidently, he gets brain damage and spends 15 years in an asylum in a vegetative state, but hey, at least he has a pretty nurse taking care of him. But one day, Nazis turn up to shut the asylum down and kill Anya's parents when they try to stop them, and they also kidnap Anya for safe measure. Which is enough of a reason for Blasco to go apeshit and rescue her, knocking one more perk down on the way out. Anya takes BJ to her grandparents' house where they fill Blasco in on what happened the past 15 years.
The Nazis rule the world now. They are everywhere.
But Blasco finds out where the resistance members are held with a good old war crime on the officer he captured earlier. But in order to get to the prison, they have to board a train to Berlin, and in order to do that, they have to get past the checkpoints along the way. And while clearing out one of those checkpoints, I unlocked another perk.
Perk 30.
On that train, we meet the chick with a broken jaw I was talking about. Her name is Frau Engel, and honestly, she's even crazier than I expected. Alright, go on. Shit, she's like Joseph Goebbels, but times 100. Once they arrive, Anya helps Blasco break into the prison and locate the resistance fighters, and who do you think is among the prisoners? Oh shit, Fergus! We get a trophy for freeing the prisoners, and on our way out, I unlock another perk.
Perk 30.
Okay, I'm done now, I promise. Fergus helps Anya and Blasco escape the soldiers searching for them by taking them underground where the resistance hideout is located, and we meet the remaining members of the resistance, among which is a gentle giant named Klaus, who a handicapped woman named Caroline. Damn, there must be history here. And a weird German chick named Tekla.
None of this has been accounted for. I will have to revise my whole model.
They send Blasco to London to steal some stealth helicopters the Nazis are developing there. How did the Nazis manage to invade through the sea, though? Whoa, whoa, what you mean so long? What are you gonna do? Jesus Christ. I unlocked another perk while working my way in, and I also got a trophy for finding the LKW. Bro, man, fuck it, I got the trophy for it. I ain't pronouncing it. But I also found some very interesting documents.
Artifacts, highly technological in nature. Parchment. Looks like Hebrew.
The Nazis are using Jewish technology.
Are there any identifying marks?
Dot? You should.
Right at the end of the chapter, there's a boss fight against a robot that I struggled against early on. And during one of my attempts, I unlocked another perk. But eventually I found a way to beat him by abusing the LKW. And of course we took the helicopters. Thanks to the documents Blasco found, Anya was able to track down Seth Roth, a Yeshud member who's in a labor camp in Croatia.
Documents. According to official records, he's been detained in 1941 in Łódź and sent off to a forced labor camp in Belice.
So Blasco goes to the camp undercover to meet him. Seth agrees to help the resistance if Blasco helps him destroy the camp. The plan almost fails, but Seth turns the tide in their favor just in time. Oh shit, that's gonna leave a mark. Ew, that's disgusting, bro. I knew this was gonna happen, but it's still pretty disgusting. Alright, we out. Move, bro. Drive. Once back home, Seth explains what the Youngblood is and how the Nazis stole and used their inventions to win the war by finding one of their safekeeps, and agrees to help the resistance access another safekeep. The problem is they'll need a submarine to access it.
Well, the safekeep is hidden deep below the Atlantic Ocean. We will need a U-boat.
But before the submarine heist, I got a trophy for finding 25 gold items. While clearing the dock and the U-boat from Nazis, I unlocked a few more perks. But apparently, this U-boat is the German fleet flagship and it has nukes on it. But unfortunately, they don't have the codes for the nukes, and the only place to get them is the Nazi lunar base. So Seth takes Blasco and Fergus to the safekeep to gear up. A ball. What the fuck is a ball gonna do? Oh, bro. Oh, nah, this is cool as fuck. This is cool as shit. I shouldn't have underestimated this ball. Now, the reason we destroyed the London Bridge is because a Nazi lunar scientist was gonna be on a train passing through it, and we needed his papers to sneak into the lunar base. And while shooting my way to his wagon, I unlocked another perk. But eventually Blasco finds the officer's corpse and steals his papers to go to the lunar base in his place. And on the lunar base, we proceed to wreak havoc on the local Nazi population, and we also unlock more perks along the way. For some reason, they decided to make the lunar guards look like Star Wars stormtroopers, only they had better aim. But anyway, Blasco finds the codes anyway and hijacks a transport craft to get back to Earth. And somehow he manages to land in London, and of course every German soldier in the city is trying to kill him. And while fighting for my life through the city, I managed to accumulate 4 more perks. This section of the game had a lot of enemies, so I tried to move slow and hold angles, and I got through it relatively quickly. Eventually the Germans got sick of me destroying them, so they decided to cheat and deploy a big ass robot to kill me named the London Monitor. Bro, how the fuck am I supposed to beat this thing? This thing is huge. Thankfully, all I had to do to beat him was shoot at his rocket launchers and then shoot him in the butthole. I think that's it. I think I beat him. Oh yeah, I beat him. But right around the same time, the Nazis discover their hideout and the resistance suffers casualties. So Blasco gets his ass back to Berlin to try to save them. And while traversing through this inferno, I found the last letter. At last, Blasco saves Fergus and Max thanks to Caroline's intervention, and Klaus dies on the chopper. The remaining members regroup at the submarine and use it to launch another attack on Deathhead's compound and rescue their friends who are imprisoned there. And on the initial assault on the ground, while fighting my way through, I got 2 more perks. And a few minutes of fighting later, I found and freed the captured resistance members and went to find Deathhead. Initially, he deployed a robot with Wyatt's brain in it to deal with me. This guy's brain. But I made quick work of him and put him to rest. You could just open the capsule and stomp on the brain, you don't have to shoot it. And after beating Wyatt, I had to kill Deathhead himself too. At first I struggled against him since I couldn't understand what his weakness was. And right around this point I also found the last gold item. But after watching a guide on YouTube, beating him was only a matter of time. Oh shit, he's down. Christ, he's skinny as fuck. And he's ugly. Oh shit, that was smart. That was clever. I'm very curious to see how he survived that. Very curious. And the next game.
Blazko, do you read? I'm clear to fire.
You're clear.
So they blew up the compound with them inside? Damn, bro. I'm looking forward to playing the next game because I really want to know how he survived that. Yep, the trophies are gonna start popping now. Superhero, and I'm missing one more. Yep, there it is. Alright, now let's go unlock the Enigma codes. Now, Enigma codes are the third collectible in the game. Basically, there are a bunch of numbers that you need to find on every level, and if you find them all, you can unlock different variations of difficulties to play the game on. Okay, that's the first one. That's the second one. Okay, that's the third one. Coming up on the last one right here. And there we go, fourth one. Lastly, we had to clean up the perks that we didn't get in our previous playthrough and also save Wyatt this time. So I got my first perk a few minutes into my new playthrough, but unfortunately I wasn't recording it, so here's a trophy screenshot and the catalog as proof. I need to kill one more dog for the assassin perk. I should get it right now. There's the perk, and here's the trophy. I need to grind out a few more machine gun kills. For the bullet feeder perk, should be getting it soon. Yup, there it is. Okay, we're at the end of chapter 1. I'm gonna have to pick Wyatt for the trophy. I'm just gonna let this prick stop yapping so I can make my choice.
In your peace, look to the one you would have me dissect.
Goodbye, Fergus. There we go, that was fairly easy. Okay, right now I'm at the end of chapter 2, and I'm gonna be going for the bullseye trophy. Many people think mechanical enemies means robots when they see this perk, but you can actually do this on drones too. Yeah, that's it, come closer. This should be my last drone. Yup, so this one is an easy one if you do it on drones. Don't do it on robots, you don't have to. Now, I've seen people struggle with this one. I'm going for Sentinel, and there's a very stupid way to do this, which is very funny. Just like that, you see, it's so stupid. You can keep reloading the checkpoint if you want to get more than one kill, of course. Alright, I'm back in chapter 1. There's a very good spot to farm endurance 2 over here. I'm gonna show you right now. Oh my god, bro, this is a bloodbath. This is such a good spot to farm this. Unfortunately, I also forgot to record Rocket Magazine, but here's a screenshot and the catalog. As you can see, I only had one more perk remaining for the platinum and I knew exactly how to get it. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. Alright, we should get the platinum now. LKW battery and Wolfenstein Master. Next game, Wolfenstein Old Blood. BJ and another dude named Wesley are trying to infiltrate Castle Wolfenstein to get information on Death's Head's whereabouts from the castle's commander, Helga von Schaubs.
Mentioned in your mission briefing at her base of operations, Castle Wolfenstein. This folder contains the location of Death's Head's compound.
In other words, we're trying to get the drop on Death's Head. But before that, we got the chance to meet this big-ass German named Rudy who serves as Helga's second, and I can confidently guess what this dude's favorite things in the world are. Number 1 is his dog, and number 2 is hitting the gym. I mean, Jesus, look at those arms.
Aus Frankfurt. Sind Sie Frankfurter?
Ja, ein Hotdog.
And unlike most Nazis in this game, he also has a sense of humor. Now this game, besides having the typical collectibles like gold and letters, it also has a new set of side quests called Nightmares that can be accessed through the beds that are found in each chapter. Nightmares are basically levels made in the style of Wolfenstein 3D as a way to pay homage to it, and they basically need you to find a key and unlock the exit door in the map that you'll spawn in without getting killed. Early on in the prologue, I found the first of these beds and completed the nightmare level with a relative ease, and I got my first trophy for it. And not too long after that, I got another trophy for getting to the castle successfully. But unfortunately, it doesn't take long for things to go sideways and Rudy captures Wesley and BJ. But BJ escapes from the hole Rudy threw him in by using some pipes, and he goes to find Wesley. Now, it took a couple of hours of navigating the castle to get that task done, but in the meantime, I got a trophy for completing the prison nightmare, and another one for finding 8 gold items. And then once I got to the prison docks, I completed the docks nightmare level. Now, the nightmare levels aren't hard as long as you can take them one room at a time and lean behind cover to take your shots. A little while after that, I got another trophy for finding my 16th gold item. Eventually, I unlocked the entrance to the castle keep, and a bit after that, I completed its nightmare level 2. And finally, I found Wesley.
Gotta wake up. Come on, Wesley.
Oh my god, bro, look at his face.
Blazkowicz.
Yeah.
Rudy beat the shit out of him.
We got ourselves into it. He's here.
Wait, what? Bro, how the fuck did you not hear him? Oh hell nah, the dog is eating Wesley. Holy fuck.
Data was hungry. I didn't want flesh to go to waste. I'm sure you understand.
You sick little Nazi fuck.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Who is your contact in the village?
Claus.
Who is this?
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Yep, I knew it.
Your comedy act won't save you. Talking will.
When I break free, I will fry you in this chair till you die.
Ouch, I felt that one. At least didn't take out his kneecap. This game is not PG-13 at all. This series in general is not PG-13 at all.
Yes?
And when I'm done with you, I will kill your dog.
This motherfucker just broke out of fucking cuffs. Nah, BJ is built different, bro. And he kept his promise. Love to see that. Whoa, holy fuck. And we're gonna kill his dog too? Damn. He kept both of his promises. Love to see that. Now, this segment of the game gave me loads of trouble and I died more times than I would like to admit. Bro, this game is so bullshit. I can't hold my nuts, I can't push them, I can't do nothing, bro. Whatever I do, I will die. In one of my failed runs, I also unlocked my first perk, and yes, this game too has a lot of perks. Anyway, I eventually found a nice spot to funnel the enemies in, and I got out of the room. And a little while after, BJ hijacks a cable car and gets the hell out of that castle with a little bit of resistance and more or less unscathed. Thankfully, BJ has level 3 plot armor, so he finds himself in a cave crawling with Nazis looking for him. And in this cave, I unlocked my second perk. Eventually, BJ crawls his ass out of there and finds his way to the nearby village that kind of looks like Svartalfheim from God of War Ragnarok. At the village, we meet up with Kessler, who's a member of the Resistance, and his assistant Annette. And while getting to meet Annette in the tavern, I found my 32nd gold item and completed the nightmare level that was close by. Shortly after that, a Nazi force attacks the tavern, and during the ensuing onslaught, I unlocked a few perks. And after killing everyone with relative ease, I could move on with the story.
You can.
Psych!
Never mind.
Oh shit, bro, trying to get it back in blood. Fortunately, the boss fight wasn't very hard. All I had to do was shoot at the light bulbs to stun him and stab him in the chest when he was down. Do that a couple of times and Rudy drops like a sack of potatoes. Fuck you and fuck your dog. Oh shit, his suit self-destructs. After killing Rudy, I got a trophy for finding my 5th letter. And then Kessler takes BJ to the village where Helga, who by the way has been our target the entire time, is digging for some lost treasure. So essentially we're playing Uncharted but camouflage as a Wolfenstein game. Anyway, after we docked at the village, I got another trophy. Now in this village there's another contact that BJ wants to find, but between him and her there's another battalion of Nazis. So in typical BJ fashion, I killed my way through them and I got another perk trophy along the way. And shortly after that, I also completed the nightmare level that was in the area. And immediately after that, we meet the contact we were looking for.
Bloody hell. Where's your shirt, you handsome sod?
Whoa, is she on his body though? Hold up.
It's Nurse Inga now.
Essentially, Pipa informs BJ that Helga is at a local tavern and sends him on his way. BJ disguises himself as a waiter and we're finally face to face with Helga. And honestly, I couldn't have been more unimpressed. Like, I was around 10 hours of gameplay deep to meet this chick and she was even uglier than Frau Engel. Unfortunately for us, Helga proves to be smarter than Engel because she sees through BJ's disguise and captures him.
Because, my dear, incompetent Shriner, he's not a waiter.
She's onto us. How the fuck did she know? At least she didn't give us a Nazi test. It could be worse. Now, fortunately, a big earthquake gives BJ an opening to get free while Helga and her companion flee to her excavation site, which by the way was what caused the earthquake in the first place. Whoa, what the fuck? Zombie Nazis? What the fuck is this, World at War? Stop. Remember when I told you Helga was digging for treasure? Well, her excavation site released gases that turn people into zombies. And we got to see Pipa turn into one right in front of our eyes. If Blazkowicz doesn't have PTSD, I don't know who does. Next course of action was getting back to Kessler and Annette. And while clearing the zombies between me and them, I unlocked another perk trophy. But they decided to go look for one of Annette's friends instead of waiting at the boat, so I had to catch up with them. And in the meantime, I completed another nightmare level. Not long after that, I found them stranded on opposite buildings. At the time, I didn't realize that the game was giving me a choice of who to save, so I went right and ended up saving Kessler, but I would have chosen Annette instead. The choice doesn't really matter though, since both of them eventually die anyways. Finally, I had to try and find Helga and get that freaking document we've been after this whole time. First, I had to traverse through the town to get to the dig site. That of course required a lot of killing, and through that killing I unlocked a few more perks and I completed the nightmare level that was in the area. Eventually I arrived to the dig site where I found my last letter, and when I got underground I found the last nightmare level too. Holy shit, the map layout is completely different. Finally, bro. These were my last 11 bullets too, like I wouldn't have been able to shoot him after that. What in the fuck? The graphics changed too? Guten Tag, and I should get another one. Yup, there it is. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that name. My German is not that good. And after traversing through the caves, just before finding Helga, I found the last gold item. Okay, final boss fight, boys. Whoa, what the fuck? She put a trap in the door, really? She was that worried about us? What in the fuck is that? That looks like a big ass mummy or something. Jesus. Whoa, bro. Ain't no way she survived that, right? Brother, what the hell do you think your Luger is gonna do to that monster? Give this guy a Darwin Award. She, I bet that hurt. Ooh, fuck, I almost died right there. I don't want to shoot the soldiers because the monster can only hear you, he cannot see you. So I want the Nazis to bait themselves out. Oh shit, I got him! God damn, bro, this motherfucker can eat a hell of a lot of shots. You're still alive, bitch? No, the fuck you're not.
You don't understand. You never were in control.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
It's fucking everywhere.
Where did Fergus come from?
There he is.
How'd you find me?
We got a distress call from Pippa. We found her body.
Yup, R.I.P. Peepa, bro. R.I.P. Wesley, too. Jesus, for once in this series, the Allies are not fucking losing.
Yeah, listen, Blasco. We can't change what happened. You did a hell of a job finding that folder. Which means we've got the location of Death's
I'm not gonna lie, if I knew all this backstory about how he got the location for Death's compound while I was playing the New Order, I would have enjoyed the New Order more.
The world is counting on us and all that. No pressure. Except for my goddamn bladder.
Monster never dies, no matter how many times you kill it. Just sheds its skin and changes form. I feel the weight of the world pushing me down. I try to carry it nonetheless.
Hold up, so this is right before the invasion of Death's compound, right? Great prequel, bro. Great prequel. The story wasn't as good as New Order, but the game was still very fucking good. Now, after beating the story, I also had to go back and do some cleanup to get the perks I didn't get, so I went back to Chapter Select to get the remaining perks that I needed. And thankfully they were much simpler to do than New Order, so I didn't really struggle much to get them. And I also had to go back and save Annette for the trophy too. But unfortunately, we're not done yet. This game also has 10 challenges that we need to complete. Now, challenges involve replaying certain parts of the game, but there is a point system for headshots, combos, and so on. You need to get over a specific amount of total points to get a gold rank and get the trophy for each challenge. Easy fucking claps, boys. I breezed through the next 2 challenges and things were looking good. Jesus Christ, I went ballistics here, bro. I needed 29 and I got 33. Let's fucking go, bro. Jesus. But things started to go sideways on the 4th one. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with my aim, bro? I can't aim for shit. I'm so fucked. I'm dead. I'm dead already. I'm dead already. I'm so fucked. I'm dead. Yup, there it is. I'm dead. Bro, I get flanked from everywhere, bro. Behind me, in front of me, left of me. See, the issue with this level was that it was much bigger than the previous ones and many things could go wrong. I fucking missed. Bro, my timing is insane right now. I took a small break to cool off and looked up some guides on YouTube. And surely this time I could get through this, right? Right, got his ass. I fucking hate that pipe right there. Okay, we're off to a great start. Right, time to bail. I'm gonna camp here and push them off me. Oh shit, grenade. Shit, I didn't get the headshot. That could have gone so much worse. Sick and tired of these fucking super soldatans. Got his ass, he's dead. And after him there's the commander. I need to get out of this room quickly as fuck. Otherwise I'm gonna die. That's the mistake I kept making. Great, now I'm gonna camp here and do the same strat I was doing earlier. Horrible aim, by the way. Oh shit, they flanked. Gotta be careful with those doors. Okay, I think I'm clear. I should probably move. I think I did it too. I think I did it. I did do it. Let's fucking go, bro. This shit was hard. After finishing the cable car challenge, I completed the caves, Patternborn Bridge, and Wolfborg Square without too much trouble. Workshop gave me a little bit of trouble, but by this point I was already abusing aim assist and leaning, so I got through it just fine too. I even came close to completing Bathhouse on my first try, but I fell 100 points short. Oh my fucking god, bro, really? The game hoeing me, bro. But on my next run, I got through it with a surplus of 1,000 points. And finally, we only had one more challenge remaining for the Platinum. Ooh, I could have been discovered. Oh, I was discovered. Fuck. It's cool, though. It's cool. The aim assist in this game is insane. I should have been using it earlier. I think that's all of them. I think that's all of them, and I think I have more than enough points. I know people in the comments are gonna be very vocal about their disapproval of me abusing the aim assist, but hey man, I just, you know, I use every tool in my disposal. The plat should be popping up anytime now. There it is. Finally, no more fucking challenges. Next up, we got Wolfenstein 2. In the first Wolfenstein video, I was wondering how Blasko would survive getting blown up at the end of the game. I'm very curious to see how he survived that. Very curious. Well, it turns out that his friends came back for him.
Did you think we would just leave you in here?
Jesus fuck, his bloody innards are coming out!
What followed was a 10-minute cutscene in which we saw Blasko's mother, his father, and we discovered he was gonna have twins while he was drifting in and out of consciousness.
You feel the kick?
We wake up from a 5-month coma just in time to defend our ship from a Nazi attack. There's a missable trophy on this level, so I have to be careful not to miss it. Holy fuck, that was close. I'm lucky as fuck, bro. I even got the missable trophy. Unfortunately, Caroline and Fergus get captured, so Blasko surrenders himself in hopes of saving them. They take them to the Ausmercher, which is where we meet this very German-looking girl named Sigrun, who's Irene Engel's daughter, and let's just say she's nothing like the Valkyrie from God of War. And that is the reason her mother bullies her. Oh hell no. Seacow is crazy. Eventually though, she had enough of bullying her daughter and went back to work. And by work I mean this. But Sigrun stops her from doing the same to Fergus, allowing Blasko to take Caroline's armor. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Bro, can you go any slower? For fuck's sake. Bro, this girl just saw a woman lose her head, a dude lose his arm, and all she's concerned about is her fucking diary.
Fergus.
After getting Caroline's armor, I used it to kill every German on the airship until I got to the control panel and disconnected it from the U-boat. Back on the ship, Seagroom revealed that there is a secret section on the boat that's giving away their location, which is how they found them in the first place. Basically, there are hidden Nazis on their ship doxing them, which basically sounds like a Nazi version of a cancel culture if you think about it. So Blasco goes down there to put an end to that. No, not their lives, the transmission. Good boy. But also their lives. Anyways, after committing his second massacre of the day, it was finally time to bury their dead. In the meantime, Anya snooped through Caroline's things and discovered that she was planning to liberate America. So they wanted to start by recruiting a resistance group hiding in the Empire State Building in New York. But before I set off to go there, I got a trophy for upgrading my first weapon. Holy mother of God. They cooked here. Nah, clap it up for Bethesda, bro. They cooked here. This looks way too realistic. Oh shit, yup. There is no elevator here, is there? This here is Grace, and she's the leader of the resistance group, along with this guy who she calls Super Spesh. It didn't take long for the Nazis to find us after I found them, so I had to hold them off while the group evacuated.
Come and fucking get me, you white-ass, fascist Nazi pig.
Brother, you're white too, what the fuck? Now, this part of the game is a nightmare to go through since enemies literally flood the entire floor and there is very little cover. But eventually I managed to hold out long enough to be extracted. Back on the boat, we got the new group settled in and I messed around with the core set that's set up and I accidentally got a trophy for having the second best score. And while I was here, I decided to knock down the shooting range trophy too. That took way longer than it should have. After that, Grace set up a plan to destroy the Oberkommando in Roswell.
Dreezy, what's an Oberkommando?
First of all, do not interrupt me again. Second of all,
That's where the top brass clack tales of the Nazi war machine reside.
you satisfied now? Anyway, they sent Blasco there disguised as a fireman since he's like the most wanted man in the world. Oh, and because that fire extinguisher is actually a nuke. Then we had to infiltrate the Oberkommando through a tunnel Spesh had made and catch a train to Area 52. These guys are not dying, man. Oh, and I already maxed the perk. How the fuck am I still alive? How the fuck am I still alive? I should not be alive right now. I don't know how the fuck I survived that. Okay, we're making progress. That's good. Eventually I placed the bomb in the nuclear reactor and got the fuck out of there despite the Nazis' best efforts to stop me. Now, conveniently, Roswell is pretty close to Mesquite, which is where BJ grew up at. So he went back there to get the ring his mother was talking about in the intro. His father is gonna be here, isn't he? Like, it wouldn't make sense to include him in the intro otherwise if we're not gonna meet him again.
Place is gone to shit.
I fucking knew it, bro. God damn, I hate being right all the time. Now, I'm not gonna show the entire cutscene, but essentially Blasco Sr. sold out his wife to the Nazis and tried to do the same to his son, which caused the following reaction. Good riddance, dickhead. Ah shit, he notified the Nazis. Of course he did. Bro, you've been running from Irene for 15 years and you get caught with your dick in your hand, bro. And of course they're gonna take his fucking ring too. But we don't have to worry, guys, because Spesh has a plan to get us out.
Nope.
Shortly after, the Nazis do charge Blasco and sentence him to death. So Irene decides to kill him on live television in the middle of Washington. And you would think his friends would come and save him, right? Nope, she just chops his head off unopposed. But his friends manage to save his head and Seth attaches it to a bioengineered body Caroline had found. Don't ask me how any of that works, I am not a doctor. Seth also gave us a new contraption to go along with the new body. Well, actually I chose one, but that's irrelevant for now. And I actually did a side quest that would upgrade my contraption, which granted me another trophy. Grace wanted Blasco to put that new body to use immediately, so she sent him to a bunker in New York to get some files. And while sneaking around the bunker, I got the specialist trophy for fully upgrading a weapon. Then I grabbed the files and flew back home. The files included information about New Orleans, which was basically an open-air prison for the undesirables that the Germans were trying to purge. But there was also another resistance group there, so Grace sent Blasco to get them out of there. And after counter-purging the German kill squads, I found Horton and his group. Question for you. If Grace was undesirable for being black, why was Horton undesirable? I think this guy is a communist. That's right. Well, luckily their common hatred for Nazis and William's high tolerance for alcohol was enough for Horton to join the revolution. So he gave us a panzer hunt he had captured to draw the Nazis away while he went to the harbor in hopes of our U-boats showing up. And at the end of the cutscene we got another trophy. Now in this section of the game there's a trophy called I'm Machine Enough. For this trophy I had to not kill anybody during the panzer hunt ride. I got pretty lucky on the first section and got through it on the first try. However, after losing the panzer hunt, things got trickier. You don't see me. That's right, you don't see me. I'm gonna wait for that guy to pass and then I'm gonna hide somewhere so I can avoid the other guy up top. He saw me, I just have to run. I'm just running, fuck it, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm just running. Fuck. Shitty aim, buddy. I have zero clue how the fuck I pulled it off, but I did, so let's not speak on that ever again. A bit after that, I escaped from New Orleans with Horton, and he proved his value almost immediately by suggesting a way to capture the Ausmerzer. The problem was the codes for its defense system were on Venus. But luckily Hitler was organizing an audition for a movie about Blasco there, so they kidnapped one of the actors that had been invited and sent Blasco in his place. The audition was probably the funniest part of the game, at least on my first playthrough. You recite lines, you viciously murder a Nazi soldier, and you watch the worst performer each time get shot.
No, mein Führer. I'm from Arizona.
And in the meantime, Hitler looks like he's at death's door every time he speaks. And I actually did him the favor of killing him for a trophy. Damn, I wasn't even given the chance to run, bro. But eventually it was time to get serious. First I had to get out of the compound. And when I did that, I got another trophy. Then I had to get to the Oberkommando.
Dreezy, what's an Oberkommando?
My brother in Christ, I explained this like 5 minutes ago. What's wrong with your attention span? Jesus. Anyway, getting to the Oberkommando was trickier, so I had to be a bit stealthy. And I actually got a trophy for that when I killed my 10th enemy in a row stealthily. Then I got inside the command room, stole the codes, and took an escape pod back to Earth. At last, we had to capture the Ausmerzer. I could speak about this part for days, but I'll try to be as brief as possible. Although I will speak more about it later. First I had to disable the two defense systems, Hugin and Moonin.
Let's see. V-A-L-H.
Bro, why the fuck is he typing like an old man? And lastly, the Odin Control Center. You notice in the pattern here? Hugin, Munin, Sigrun, Odin. For some reason, the Nazis in this universe have an obsession with Norse mythology. But before I got to the Control Center, I had to get through this hellhole. First, I had to kill 6 super soldiers. And then I had to take out the 2 big-ass robots, but for this run I chose to stun them and run instead. Shit, go, 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 go. God, bro, I don't know how I'm gonna do this in Mein Leben.
Fuck me. You got your shit, bitch.
Oh shit, we're gonna kill her live? Just like she tried to do to Blasco? Shit, that's some poetic justice right there. I'm tired of listening to you scream. Oh, look at that, he's proposing. We got a happy ending after all. For them, anyway. Alright, now I should start cleaning up. I started with the Uber Commander assassinations and naturally got the trophy sightseeing when I visited my first district. What's that? Oh, it's a contraption. The Constrictor harness is pretty useful, I'm not gonna lie. After that, I deciphered my first Enigma code and got the Puzzler trophy for that. And as I kept visiting districts, I got the Bull Rush trophy for tackling a super soldier, and the Ghost trophy, which I just got naturally. Then I took a break to play some arcade games. I'm bored already. And while I was killing the Uber commanders, I tried to clean up the collectibles, which eventually granted me this trophy. Eventually, once I had visited all the districts, I got this trophy. Finally, I killed the last Uber commander and I got these 2 trophies. By this point, I had found all 3 of the contraptions, so I finished the side quests to upgrade them, which granted me this trophy. It took this trophy a minute to pop, and while getting all the collectibles, I found all the upgrade kits and got this trophy for upgrading all my guns. Shortly after that, I found all the collectibles, and I completed all the side quests. Then I worked on the remaining miscellaneous trophies, starting with Sky is the Limit, which I got after I killed someone with a Battle Walker takedown. Then I got Hail Mary when I threw a hatchet at someone from 30 meters away. Then I went for Taste of Your Own Medicine, which required me to kill one of the big robots with his own gun. Finally, all I had to do was max out all my perks. Oh, and I also had to get 1,000 helmets for the hard-headed trophy, which took me around 20 minutes in the Empire State Building. And that concludes the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and sub... Wait, what is that? Mein Leben? What'd that mean? Oh, for fuck's sake. The only thing between me and the Platinum was the Mein Leben trophy. This trophy is probably the reason many people have broken their controllers or have quit trophy hunting. Or gaming. Or life in general. Excuse me. After I finished the cleanup, I took a week off to actually prepare. I studied many strategies, I watched all the content about Mein Leben on YouTube, I even reviewed my own footage. And finally, when I felt confident enough, I started trying. My first attempt literally ended 5 minutes into the playthrough when I got a bit too careless. But in my second attempt, I beat Eva's hammer and I also beat Section F with ease. New York got a little dicey, but my FPS instincts kicked in and I survived. After that, I was closing in on my first actual challenge, which was the Empire State Building. For this section, I used the tactic every other self-respecting man uses, which is to hide in a corner like a scared little girl. But unfortunately my nerves caused me to be too defensive and my aim too shaky, which ultimately cost me. But on my next run I adjusted my sensitivity and I was more aware of my surroundings and I eventually got through it. Next I had to go back to section F to grab the nuke for Roswell. This section isn't hard to do the right way, but there's a glitch that allows you to skip the entire section, which saves you like 10 minutes, and I decided to use it. Then there was Roswell. First I had to get on the train, which is fairly easy as long as you don't fuck up this jump. Luckily I didn't mess up here and I got in. Next I had to survive the Nazis inside the train, which I did by walking on the top of the wagons and by jumping into the control room from above. I was doing good so far, but I was coming up on the second tricky spot of the game and in my opinion the most underrated one. My strategy was to get on the elevator from the side and then make a run for it. The problem with this strategy is that there is a super soldier on the elevator with you, and if he sees you, well, you're probably fucked. Luckily everything went perfectly and all I had to do was run to the exit so they'd all despawn. But again, my nerves got the better of me, I took the wrong turn and I ended up dying in a small room. From here it gets kind of blurry for me because I didn't document all of my runs, just the ones that I was doing good at. Honestly, I find it weird when people document their failures because they end up normalizing it. Like, look at this. There should be no reason you make note of your every death. Also, 84 deaths is wild. If it takes you that many, you should probably give up. So in my next recorded run, I got on the elevator just fine, I didn't mess up on the turn, and I basically did everything right by killing the big robot early and taking out the rest of the Nazis one by one. Next up there was Mesquite. Mesquite was stressing me out a bit because it had a section with drones that kinda scared me, but I had no reason to worry because it wasn't that bad. And of course after that I had survived the infamous courthouse, which is the most hated section in the game by far. I wasn't worried however, because in theory my strategy for it was foolproof. And for some time it actually worked perfectly, until it didn't. I took a bit of damage from a soldier, then I took a lot of damage from a super soldier, and I was too reluctant to move to the next area, which ended my run when the super soldier blew up. At the time it felt like I was just unlucky, so I didn't even change anything when I eventually went back there. Which cost me another run because I took a shit ton of damage from regular soldiers and the super soldier killed me when I fucked up my aim trying to go for a headshot. I took that experience as a lesson, and when I went back there for the third time, I opened up holes to the wall on my left so I could see the regular soldiers before they saw me. And just when I thought I had it all figured out, a regular soldier pushed me from the left while I was dealing with a super soldier ahead of me and killed me. And that death actually got to me. The next day I decided to make a practice run to see what I was doing wrong. And when I felt confident enough, I tried Mein Leben again and came back to courthouse on my first try. And this time I didn't mess up. I used the sidewall perfectly, I blasted the super soldiers, and I pushed back all of the attacks on the top floor. I breezed through New York bunker without any issues. And I went on to New Orleans. I fucked up immensely in New Orleans, which almost cost me the run, but I managed to keep my cool and pull through. Then we had New Orleans at night, which is one of the toughest sections in the game. I had a couple of strategies available, but I chose to be stealthy. And I completely fucked it because I killed a soldier in broad view of a super soldier, which triggered the alarm and cost me the run when I decided to make a run for it. The funny thing is, I almost got away with that. If I had made it to that alley, I would have survived. But when I came back, I did the stealth section well enough. And I slowly and methodically pushed into the compound with a Panzerhund. And after I made it into the third checkpoint in New Orleans, I knew I had survived the worst of it and I could relax a little bit. But of course, I died in the dumbest way possible 4 minutes later. Now before y'all butcher me in the comments, let me try to explain what happened. I wanted to kill that guy silently, but I switched weapons at the worst possible time and his SMG was upgraded, so he dropped me before I could even take a shot. Once again, I was pretty disappointed, but I wasn't gonna give up that easy. Eventually I came back after a couple of runs, and this time I did everything perfectly.
Blazkowicz, all of units, and the Outsmarter is incoming. If it gets here before we bail, we are fucked. I say.
Next up there was Venus. Now Venus only has one strategy as far as I know, but many things can go wrong. And as it turns out, they did for me when I lost my window of opportunity to kill the super soldier stealthily, and he eventually found me. I retreated back into a small room where I slowly started my counterattack. I started with the room I was in, then I moved up to the hallway, and then finally the science lab. I could hardly believe that I managed to survive, but I didn't dwell on it and moved on. I did struggle a bit after that, but I pulled through and I even cleared the escalator without any problems. But my next mistake proved to be fatal. I didn't learn from my previous mistake in New Orleans and I killed another guy in broad view of somebody. What's tragic is I managed to hold on for a few minutes longer, but eventually I ran out of ammo, and when I tried to get some, I got killed by a guy I didn't even see. By the way, I don't know if I've said this yet, so I'll say it now. Do not play Mein Leben if you have heart problems or can't cope with stress or are quick to anger. This game is probably the reason I'll start balding before I turn 21, so please drop a like for my soon-to-be-gone hairline. Anyway, I came back to Venus however many failed runs later and completed it flawlessly this time. Or somewhat flawlessly if you include the bad aim. So finally all that was separating me from the platinum was the Osmerzer. And for a time I actually was doing everything perfectly. Cleared every room, didn't take risks, used stealth well. And then there was the second to last section. I cleared the 2 super soldiers and I took out the big robot even though I took a little bit of damage. And lastly I had the section before the boss fight. But I made 2 mistakes there. One being, I thought I could take out the commander silently first, but in order for that to work I had to have completed the last area silently before, which I didn't. I took a lot of damage from a robot dog, but I managed to survive and I escaped. But when I went back up, this is what actually cost me. Bullets can go through this thing, which I didn't know at the time. So when I got pinned and I tried to run away, I got shot through the wall. I actually came back to the Osmerzer the next day after playing for 4 hours straight with no breaks, and this is how I died. I already kind of leaked it in the COD vid, but it's funny so I'll put it again. The day after that, I came back and I didn't jump into my own death, and I took revenge for my previous death. But I did get nervous once I was on this escalator. I literally said a quick prayer before going up. And I know that sounds corny, but at this point I had spent dozens of hours on Mein Leben and I just wanted to get it over with.
Feel it, General.
Oh my fucking god.
This is your day of doom.
I've been waiting for this fucking moment for a month, bro. I don't know if I want to do a backflip right now or start crying. Dead ass. Hold on, I can't get too excited right now. I still have one more person to kill. Can't wait to stick that fucking axe so far inside your fucking skull, stupid bitch. I'm sick and tired of seeing your stupid face. Fuck you. Fuck you. Let's fucking go, bro. Mein Leben. Come on. The new motherfucking Colossus, bro. Jesus Christ, I need a beer, man. And lastly, we got Wolfenstein Youngblood. Wolfenstein Youngblood takes us 20 years after the events of Wolfenstein 2. During that time, Blasco and Anya had two daughters named Jess and Soph who have been training to kill Nazis basically since birth. Grace is the head of the FBI and Abby is a tech head? Anyway, Blasco left the country one day for a mission and he's been missing for a month with no signs of where he is.
Identity about 4 weeks ago. But after that, the trail went cold.
But Jess and Soph find his secret attic where they discover he must have gone to Paris, so they hijack Grace's helicopter and fly over there to meet the French resistance in the catacombs. Our first job was to take down the general in charge of Paris. Damn, not even the Nazis can avoid infighting. That's crazy. Train killers my ass, bruv.
Main thing, yeah? It's not looking good, Bev.
I wish I had invisibility in Wolfenstein 2. I emptied half a clip in his face. How the fuck is he alive? Oh shit, I can double jump. Feels like I'm playing Super Mario again. Or God of War. Holy shit, this guy killed his own guys. This is probably the weirdest boss fight I've ever played. Oh, that was disgusting, I'm not gonna lie. First trophy down, 59 more to go. Alright, I have questions. How in the name of God did they survive that jump? I mean, I know their suits are invincible, but still, they fell from the sky without a parachute. I mean, you could arrange for a chopper to come and get us, but I mean, that would be boring, I guess. It's so annoying that it takes so many bullets for people to die in this game. Like, in what universe do I need to shoot somebody 30 times before he dies? Among friends. I mean, Juju kind of weirds me out a little bit, but I'll take that. At this point, I had accumulated a few points and I spent them on my first upgrades. Then I accidentally took a side quest, and while playing through it, I got a trophy for looting 250 places. The side quest was just a rescue mission, by the way, nothing noteworthy to speak of. Yeah, very sad. Anyway, moving on. When I came back to the catacombs, I spent a bit of money to upgrade my guns. Okay, back to the story now. Blasco was apparently trying to gain access to a place called Lab X. Hold your horses, Jess.
General Lothar built the brothers to subdue and control Paris. An Uber-commandant in each tower guards the keys to the main computers. If we take control over them, we can unlock the entrance to Lab X. Find your father.
Okay, now in simpler terms, I simply had to hack 3 computers, basically. So I went to work starting with the first one. Then the second one.
On our way.
And while getting to the third one, I got a good chunk of miscellaneous trophies. And then turn back around and go home, Soph. Jesus, this bitch is scared as a motherfucker. Trophies in this game take a while to pop. I don't know why that is.
We got the doors open, sis. Close them in.
No. No. Hey, goodbye. I really hope this is the last errand Juju sends us on, because if it isn't, I'm gonna lose my shit, I swear to God. Of course, the girls took a well-deserved break after destroying half the city, so Juju offered them drinks. But Juju spiked their drinks, because lo and behold, Juju and this guy are Nazis. In fact, this dude is the Nazi general in exile named Lothar Juju talked about in the intro. But luckily, Abby discovered their plan beforehand, so the girls didn't actually die, and after a short fight, Juju and Lothar escaped. And after licking their wounds, it was finally time to go to Lab X. And this is where the leveling system came to bite me in the ass, because I was not high level enough to make any progress in the mission. Even when I joined up with another guy, it still didn't make a difference. And spending my remaining points on abilities didn't seem to help much either. So I decided to bite the bullet and do some side quests so I could level up. I'm not gonna give any details about them because they're extremely unimportant for the story, but while playing through them I got the Resistor trophy for getting 500 kills, Sting Like a Bee for getting 10 stealth kills on super soldiers, and I kinda got a little lucky and got a collectible trophy early. This looks like the kind of room a Satanist would sacrifice babies in. And as I kept doing side quests, I got a few more miscellaneous trophies. And I kept upgrading my equipment. Eventually I was strong enough to get back to the story though. These elevator animations they keep doing are so cringe, bro. Don't tell me this guy has been hiding down here this whole time, bro. Holy shit, he looks old.
What the?
Daddy?
Oh my God. Is this real?
World's best dad. Okay, I've been a hater for the entirety of this game basically, but that was wholesome. Okay, things get a little bit complicated here, so stick with me. So, Blasco ended up killing Hitler in the 60s, but that triggered a doomsday device that would destroy the Earth. So he went to the lab to find the .Yeshud key, but he couldn't find a way to stop the device by using it. Their chat was cut short by a Nazi attack though, so he gave Jess and Soph an upgrade for their suits, courtesy of Seth, God rest his soul, and then sent them to kill Lothar, who by this point was getting resettled back into his old headquarters and preparing to stage a coup against the Nazi government. God King. Yo bro, Lothar is cold as hell bro, he put his own wife at the door. Bro, this nobility is so nice. Bro, just shut the fuck up and die already. Thank you, Jesus Christ, I spent all my ammo on this guy, bro. Yo, hold up. Is this the end of the story? We barely did anything, bro. What in the name of God? Bro, is that an X-Wing? I'm playing Wolfenstein right now, not Star Wars. That's a callback to the line from the intro. The story was very short, but I guess I'm gonna have to do an early cleanup then. I started the cleanup by taking care of all the remaining side quests, so I naturally got Dark Days once I had visited all the undergrounds. Of course, throughout this process I also got a good chunk of miscellaneous trophies as well, like Hard Boiled, Supreme Ninja, and Ripper. I was also trying to get the remaining collectibles in the meantime and eventually got the trophy Hacker for finding all floppy disks. And after a few hours of doing side quests, I got the Partisan trophy. Then I cleaned up the last few collectibles which I had missed while doing the side quests. Luckily I had found most of them already, so this didn't take long. Around this time I started farming kills for the mastery levels on the guns while also getting a couple more miscellaneous trophies out the way. I also got the banker trophy for finding 60,000 coins, which might sound like a lot, but it wasn't even half of what I needed and I was deep in the cleanup stage at this point. Then I got down to the treasure maps to get some more upgrade points, which took me a couple more hours to get through, but that gave me the ability to store heavy weapons on me, which granted me the heavy artillery trophy. Then I saw that I was missing 2 easy miscellaneous trophies, so I got them out the way real quick. And finally only had the grindy trophies remaining. I had been farming kills throughout this whole time though, and I reached mastery level 10 with a pistol pretty quick. Then I did the machine pistol, and after that I did my first hammer weapon. Then I wrapped up with the melee weapons, and a few minutes after that I finished with a blitzgewehr. Then I put the grind on hold and tried my luck with a trophy movable object. For this trophy I had to kill 10 super soldiers while they charged at me. I did do it a few times while playing naturally, but since I was in the cleanup stage I had to go out of my way and grind it out. Now, where was I? Oh yeah! Okay, I'm guessing that's for the shotgun. In the meantime, I had grinded so much that I was max level and I could finally upgrade on my abilities and get another trophy. And then I went back to the weapons. At last I was only missing the hammer weapon kills, which was twice as tedious because I had to look for ammo for them on top of getting the kills. There it is, I was about to check if I had the kills I needed. These trophies take 10 to 15 work days to pop, bro. I then spent a few more days replaying the same missions over and over again, so I had enough coins to get the last upgrades for my guns. And I did the same thing so I could afford to buy skins. Yes, this game apparently also has skins. Lastly, all I was missing was the Trigger Happy trophy, which required me to fire 100k shots.
Dreezy, you didn't get to 100k shots even after all the killing you did?
No, my friend, I did not. So I had to sit around on this turret for a while and press R2 for a few minutes to get it. God, what a terrible experience this game was. Hold up, let's see if the platinum pops. Yeah, there it is. All in all, I think I spent around 430 hours playing Wolfenstein, and most of that time came from playing Wolfenstein 2. And with that said, I platinumed every Wolfenstein game.